back.
Yeah.
We missed a week or something like that, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
That's my fault, I think.
No, it was mine. I threw my back out.
I remember that. Yeah, you told me about your back. I mean, you got a boo-boo.
Yeah. So I was lifting heavy weights like normal, and I was doing a deadlift, and I went to go up, and about halfway I had a pop in my back.
Ooh, boy. So was determination of just a pulled muscle of some kind?
No, I ended up going to the doctor for it. They did x-rays. The disc between L4 and L5 is compressed,
Okay.
which I'm okay with. It was herniated before, so if it's not sticking out the side now, that's better.
Okay.
But the L5 vertebrae is actually pushed back about, I don't know, a quarter of an inch. So it's sticking out, and it's not in line with anything else in my back right now.
Okay. So are we talking like therapeutic in regards to physical therapy or chiropractic work, or do they want to push on surgery?
I'm going into physical therapy next week, and then I go back to the doctor, and we'll just see how it's going. I was on a steroid for 6 days to kind of help the inflammation.
Sure. Were you having spasms?
No, but I could barely move.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were supposed to go out of town last weekend to Indiana for the Aaron's family reunion every year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, should I be in the car for 5 hours? And they're like, no.
Yeah.
So I had the house to myself all weekend.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
I know.
Well, I'm sorry you're going through that.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
No, it's not.
I guess my question being to you is, as we get older, I know you love the weightlifting, because I know you love to be physically active and keep your body healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But are you getting to that point where you're finally going to go, hey, I probably need to step it back to lightweight instead of heavyweight, and maybe even focus more on stretching, yoga, things along those lines, which are maybe swimming, because swimming is always going to be good for you no matter what. So
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
No, I think I'm going to stick with the heavy weights, depending on what my doctor says.
Okay.
If they say this is going to be a chronic problem, then yeah, I'll probably back off the weight. I stretch for at least 15 minutes before I lift every day. So I do a lot of stretching as it is.
Yeah.
I've cut back on running because it's just hard on my knees at this point. And kind of counteracts all the heavy lifting. So I had been doing 1 day of running a week, and it's usually 3 to 4 miles. But I do a lot of stair stepper, elliptical. I've done a little bit of bike, and I was trying to get into swimming with Will, but timing hasn't worked out.
Yeah. That would be what I'd love to do if I could find a place that wasn't disgusting.
Yeah.
That offered it. And the problem with swimming is just, it's not for the lazy man.
Yeah.
And it's not a lazy man exercise by any means.
Well, and
it always feels like there's never enough, there's not enough pools to go around, is what it seems to have. The privacy that I would prefer in regards to get out of the pool kind of thing. I would, just do my own thing. But
our rec center isn't bad. We've gone there. Will was going there in the mornings before school last year. It's not bad. My only issue with swimming is with my asthma, I can't breathe very well.
That's true.
So it's trying to figure out the right pace and the right way to get breaths in between strokes. So I have not figured that out yet.
True. Okay. No, I was just curious, because it's always a concern. Because the older you get, it's not going to get any easier for you.
Yeah. But I see guys at the gym that are older than me lifting as much or more. So, I mean, it's just body to body.
Yeah, I hear you. So before we get too deep into everything, your beer that you're drinking this week, what we got?
All right. I've got Toasted Not Roasted Oktoberfest Lager from Alpha Brewing Company.
Alpha Brewing St. Louis, if
yes.
I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Right, cool.
It says, this Oktoberfest is perfect for a night of hot glass and cold beer with our new Delmar Maker District neighbors at Third Degree Glass. Third Degree Artisan Craft custom beer glasses utilizing the catenary curve as its primary profile, a true St. Louis glass. So is
that the place that offers like a glass blowing class for like date night, where you can go in and make your own?
I know
there's a place that does it. I tried to get Jen to do it just to try something different as a date night. It seemed really interesting, and it's an art form.
Yeah,
glass blowing is, and I thought she'd enjoy it. But It sounds familiar. Third Degree sounds familiar. I don't know if that was the actual place because it wasn't in Del Mar, the place I had looked up. But
yeah, I'm gonna look into it. It seems like it'd be something interesting to do.
Oh, for sure.
4% ABV. It's solid.
Low end.
Yeah.
Low end, bro.
I mean, it's a lager, so.
It's a lager, yeah. Oktoberfest, it's not cold enough for Oktoberfest, in my opinion. We're not there yet.
But they've been out for like a month now.
It's so stupid. It's not time.
Yeah, it's getting earlier. And
let the weather change first.
Everyone's taking the Walmart point of view of let's get everything out earlier and earlier.
I know. Well, I just don't think beer needs to do that. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to.
Yeah.
There's no point for it. I think we all agree. Lagers are summer beer. Your light lagers, or put your fruit in your beer, your lime beer, your citrus beer, something along those lines.
Yeah.
Your heavier Oktoberfest. Your dark beers that we enjoy. Those are winter beer.
Yes, they
filling, are. It fits right with the season. I don't really know what I would consider a spring beer.
Maybe a sour. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's debate on that about which ones pair well with, the seasons that go on. I don't know why it is that way. Is it just because we've been programmed that way because of just the sales aspect of it? I also, or does the weather really play into it where you're not, when I'm hot, the last thing I want to try to do is chug a Guinness. I think that plays into it, right? Or a Guinness style beer, right?
Yeah, because I mean, your darker beers are usually thicker.
Yeah.
And they're the type of beer that if they get warm, they're still good. That just changes the flavor profile.
Yeah.
So you can sit with a stout and drink it over the course of an hour and enjoy it. But if you sit there and just kind of sip on a lager like that, it kind of loses its flavor, does not taste as well.
Well, we're spoiled Americans with our cold beer, which cold beer across the pond, that's not technically a thing I don't know. A warm lager to me is awful.
Yes.
I just don't want it. I want nothing to do with it. The colder, especially the hotter it is, the colder the better, right? And that's how I look at it, because I'm sorry, but man, if it's hot out and say I'm really thirsty, but it's beer time, because it's just that time, chugging a cold beer tastes damn good sometimes. It just does.
Yes, it does.
But chugging a warm beer, just no. It just doesn't work that way. I don't like it.
Completely agree.
All right.
So it's good that we hit on that. Oh no, my show notes disappeared. Let me see if they're pulling back up. It's good we're talking about this because we have won the most informative beer podcast of 2024 by Lux Life.
When we remember to talk about the beer. How much is that award going to cost us? Tell me how much we're going to pay for it.
I'm taking the free package again.
Mm-hmm. Nice. That's hilarious.
It is.
Well, we try. We give our opinions. That's the one bad part of not being able to record together live as often. That's totally on me. That's totally on me because I'm just too lazy to get out to you.
Yeah.
That was one of the better parts, was to do the actual live tasting of different beers every time. We'll have to figure something out for that, I think. Maybe what you'll have to do is give me homework. And the problem being, where I live, I don't have access. Like, I got access to, damn it, Jay, with the brewery, the one that we
narrow gauge.
There we go. I have access to that.
Right.
That's not a problem. If you tell me, hey, Matt, go grab this, and we'll both drink that during the show.
Yeah.
That's doable. But if you tell me go grab such and such, that you just go, hey, I just went to my Schnucks to go get it, mine won't ever carry it. None of mine will ever carry it. Ever.
Yeah.
And even my Randalls, I have a Randalls near me.
Mm-hmm.
They don't carry it, dude. They have nothing.
Really?
It's the most ghetto Randalls you've ever seen, dude.
Yeah.
It's so scary. It's sketch beyond compare, dude. So that's my biggest problem, is just getting access to the beers that you would have access to, which is weird, right? It shouldn't be that way, but it just is.
Yeah.
It just really is.
We're about to have another liquor store open up by us. It's probably supposed to have a good selection of stuff too. So,
we trust me, we're putting up liquor stores left and right in my area right now, to be honest with you. But they don't carry beer. The niche beer. It doesn't have a walk-in cooler. It doesn't have any of that stuff. It's just all spirits. It's usually what that is, or it's just your typical AB. It's Bush Bud. And that's about it.
Or some malt liquor.
Wasn't going to say Hey, you can do it. But yeah, so you had the house to yourself. Anything? Just kind of laid around, watched some stuff,
I was on
read
the
some stuff. I'm
I was
sure.
on the couch pretty much the whole time, had a few beers,
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
watched movies.
Gotcha. Oh, so you got a lot of homework, I bet. Oh boy.
A little bit. I mean,
uh,
I haven't been watching as much stuff during the week, and then when they
yeah,
got home, I lost the TV. So
gotcha. All right. Yeah, no, it's interesting. We start, the conversation about your back being hurt because of lifting. I don't go to the gym like you do, but I did go to my father-in-law's house, and when I go there, that's a workout
yeah,
in of itself because we're hauling a whole bunch of shit out of the house. And he has these huge industrial, they're not cabinets, but they're drawers, but they're full of lug nuts. It, the stuff inside the drawers makes it so you take the drawers out to make it almost manageable to carry this stuff,
yeah,
and the drawers themselves weigh so much just to get. It's all heavy industrial,
yeah.
heavy industrial. And so we did that this past weekend. Where I think we did that on Sunday. Man, that Monday I was sore, dude.
Oh yeah,
It was a workout. I was like, I don't need to go to the gym. I just need to come hang out with you more. That's what I told them. It's so ridiculous. It's like you lift so much over that short period of time. Like I lost feeling in my left hand. Like I couldn't grip. I was losing my strength of grip in
yeah,
that hand. Like I was like, I can carry this. I'm not like this isn't heavy right now to me. It's just my hand doesn't want to cooperate with me. It's just done. The muscle in that hand is just no. It's not going to allow me because then the very last thing we moved was this fish tank. Jace, I'm talking. I don't mean like a little bitty, you know. I'm talking two grown men have to carry this fish tank. It's that heavy.
yeah.
Ridiculously sized thing. And so my hand gives out while carrying this thing. And I go, my hand's about to give out and I don't want to drop this because it's just going to be glass everywhere.
Right.
And so I'm nervous about that. It's heavy as shit. Finally, I'm like, we're going to put this down for a second so I can regain feeling in my arm. Let my hand function the way it's supposed to. Finally get it down the stairs, out of the house, put it on a moving dolly. I was like, thank God. And then we move it in there, we put it down. Then he goes, I don't want it there. We're gonna move it over here. And I was like, oh my God, dude. Fine, all right, fine. Lift that damn thing back. I look at the bottom of it. He tried to make a weld on it. I was like, was there ever fish in this ever? He's like, no, it would leak water. Like, who's gonna buy this? He thinks he's gonna sell it at a garage sale.
Oh wow.
It takes two grown men to move it.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're gonna sell it at a garage sale. I was like, but you can't have fish in it. It can't operate as a fish tank. He's like, yeah, you get to take it apart and redo it. And I don't know who's going to pay the money to do that. We'll just give it away for pretty cheap. I was like, oh my God.
You could put a lizard in it.
That's what he thinks. He thinks, yeah, it could be like what's it called? Herbitarium or whatever it's called. Yeah. So yeah, lizard or snake or, anything.
Yeah.
Reptilian, we'll say.
So your kids haven't asked for it to get a snake?
Fuck no. No. Never, ever. And then, so that was the big event of that. I thought I told you the story about my dad's fridge or freezer dying on, right?
No, I don't think so.
I didn't tell you that story?
No.
I swear to God, maybe you need to re-listen to the other podcast. I swear to God I told you that story. Where my dad called me up in the middle of the night while me and Jim were watching a movie on a Friday night, I think. Friday or Saturday, I can't remember. And tells me to come over because the deep freeze died on him. I swear I told you the story, but that's okay. I'll tell you again.
All right.
Well, you could edit it out if needs be.
Okay.
But he just tells me to come over, and I go, okay. What do you need me to do? He's like, yeah, the deep freeze died, and I think I just need you to toss the food. The food's bad. I'm like, well, how long has the deep freeze been dead for? He goes, I don't know, because he couldn't remember the last time he'd been in the basement.
Yeah.
So I go over to the house. He opens the door for me. I go, is Mom dead? Because I swear to God, this is your way. It smelled like a dead human in that house, Jay. It smelled so bad because all the meat had rotted and it thawed. And it smelled so bad. So bad.
So it probably
I was like, well, I go, how long have you been living in this smell? And he goes, it didn't smell because remember, it was sealed.
Yeah.
I opened the door because he saw liquid coming out of the bottom. So he opened the door and all the smell just goes through the house. And I go, oh, this is nasty. And my mom's old school in the way that she puts away her, stores her, it's just extra ground beef and roasts and things like that,
Yeah.
typical meat. And she just puts it in foil. That's all she does. She puts it in
Oh.
foil. No freezer bag, no nothing. It busted through the foil, and there's just a pool of water and blood on the bottom of the freezer.
Oh my God.
And so because he's like, well, just come over tomorrow. I was like, Dad, I'm already booked for tomorrow. I had stuff going on. I
Yeah.
can't go. Um, oh, I remember when that happened. That was when I took the boy for his birthday gift. It was a trip out to Top Golf. That's what
Okay.
we had going on the next day was Top Golf,
Yeah.
which was awesome, by the way. It's always a fun family event.
Oh yeah.
And Jen had never hit a golf ball before, so watching her hit a golf ball was fun. She's been sore. She just now is getting back to normal. That's 2 Sundays ago.
Oh
That's what
wow.
that was. She hurt her arm so bad trying to swing those clubs, I swear. But yeah, I go over, toss all that stuff, and there's just that gross concoction of water and blood. And
Yeah.
I'm just using. They had a huge package of paper towel, and I'm using all of it just to soak it up. And I
Oh.
was like, I don't know what else to do. I was like, I guess you could sponge it. You could get in a sponge and soak it with the sponge and put it in a bucket and get rid of it that way. But I'm like, do you have a sponge? He's like, I don't think we have a sponge in the house. I was like, oh my God, Dad, you're killing me. You're killing me. And I threw away so much food, Jay, so much food. And then I go, okay, now you need to make a tough decision. He's like, what? I'm like, well, do you want me to leave the food and the rotten meat in the garbage can that you keep in your garage and you're going to smell it in your garage? Because the trash doesn't come till Tuesday morning and it's Saturday night.
Ooh.
I think I'm doing this. And so I go, do I leave it in here or do you want me to move it outside the garage where you're not going to smell it? But that smell is going to bring every wild animal from I don't know how far away to come pick at garbage, and that could end up everywhere. So tell me, what do you want to do? And he's like, oh no, he can't make his mind up. So I was like, I'm gonna go back to cleaning. You make up your decision. I'll do whatever you tell me to do at the end of my cleaning session here. And then this is a freezer from the original house, the
Yeah.
house that down the street from you where we grew up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's had its run. He's like, I still gotta have someone come take a look at it. I was like, I don't have time to diagnose this problem, and plus the part that probably going to cost to fix it these days, it'll probably cost more than,
Yeah.
or at least half of what that thing would cost to buy a brand new one.
Right.
And they don't. I'm like, really, what was in there? I was like, how often or how much are you really using this? If you can't remember the last time you've been in the basement to get something out of the freezer, then
How
you
long?
know what I mean?
How long has that meat been sitting there?
Jay, that's a great question. That's a great question.
It's from when they moved in.
No, it's not that old. Not at all. No. But yeah, that was the whole thing. So there's the meat story, the moving of the crap story. I think that's all. Oh, and then I got one more story. I guess I could share. I'll try to make it really fast. Where I was given a task that my father-in-law has property out in the country, but it doesn't have any internet or phone line out there.
Yeah.
And with as old as he is, and he goes out there by himself, the concern being, one, there's no cameras that if some of his equipment were to fall on him or he were to suffer from something, a heart attack, stroke, something along those lines.
Yeah.
Just the worst things you could think of is someone being medical alert of some kind out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
We would never know. And the only reason we would know would be if he didn't come home that day. Eventually we would get worried and we'd have to take 2 hours to get out to him, find out what's going on. And then do we really want him suffering for as long as it took for us to notice he didn't come back? Stuff like that.
Right.
So I've been tasked by the family to go, let's figure out how to get either a phone line or, internet to that building.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, how do I figure this out? Because it's out in the middle of nowhere. And I did the normal, go like Charter or go to any kind of phone or internet provider, type in your address, see what pops up. And of course, the address doesn't pop up as a hit for anywhere because, again, sort of middle of nowhere. So I'm at my wit's end of looking up all these companies of what could possibly provide service besides HughesNet, which is the shittiest satellite internet service you can think of.
Yeah.
And so we don't want to rely on that if needs be. And they go, you know what? I thought about that first. I was like, oh, Starlink. Starlink is, Elon Musk. That's his baby for a different satellite provider of internet. Oh my God, it's $120 a month just for internet
Ooh.
through Starlink. And I go, well, it's good, but it's high speed. It's actually very good internet.
Yeah.
Very good internet. Mind you, the worst it could be would be 25 megabits per second, which is not good at all.
Right.
But for out in the middle of nowhere, that's pretty damn good.
Right.
But then I start going, okay, maybe there's got to be something else. Yeah, I mean, if anything, I at least want a phone line, a hard line phone that because he doesn't get cell reception. You go out to this
Right.
property, Jay, no bars at all. You're not getting a call out. So I go, all right. We know T-Mobile's not going to work with their internet service because they have to have a cell tower nearby.
Right.
I go, there are businesses inside of town, and he's just on the outskirts of town, is what it is. So I called one of the wineries that's literally on the way there.
Yeah.
There's the winery, there's the high school, and then there's one more there's a the town grocery store, and then you go about another 5 miles, and he's on the outskirts of town, is what I call it. All right. I was like, well, the grocery store, that's going to be hard just to get someone to talk, and I don't want to deal with it.
Right.
And the high school, I don't know when I called. I think they should be back in session. They should be, but I don't know for a fact. And plus, I don't want to be a creep going, gee, how do you get internet to your school?
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
You creeper.
All of a sudden, you're on a list.
Right, exactly. So I called one of the wineries that's not too far. And I call him, I go, this is going to be the weirdest question you've ever been asked. This is not business related at all. I'm technically your neighbor, is kind of how I played it off. Just to be neighbor to neighbor, I was just curious, who do you use for your phone and your internet? And the lady that answers the phone, she goes, I've never been asked that ever. I go, I know it's a weird question, but I'm just trying to figure out how to get internet to our building out here. And she just goes, I'll call you back. And I go, that's super nice of you to do that. I'm not expecting to call back at all, Jay.
Right.
She actually called me back later in the day.
Yeah.
She actually, because she's just trying to be neighborly. And she goes, this is who we use, and give them a shot, see what they do. So I call them up, I tell them the address. No, we don't get it. Jay, I'm telling you, 5 miles away, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 at the most. No, you're too far away. I'm like, you literally serve these people right here. You give them internet and phone. So I go, all right, I will call the city. I call the city, and I go, it's just the main city phone number to say other things in this. I looked up the city utilities. I was like, I could think a phone line should still be considered a utility. But then I sat there for a moment. I go, Jay, is a hardline phone a utility still? See, look, it's hard to determine because everyone's getting rid of it, and it's not. And I thought at one point it was a law that you had to be provided a service of 911. You had a provider of some sort had to bring a phone line to your home so you could call 911.
Yeah.
For that purpose alone. I thought that was a thing. You could tell me I'm wrong. And
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. See, I don't know either. I could have swore that though. So I call the city and they go, yeah, no, we don't know. We don't know, because I was going to take that approach. If I can at least get a phone line,
right,
that means you can probably get internet, right?
Yeah.
So I go, okay, I'll call the county. So I call the county, and I call the county part of utilities, and I go, I asked them the same question I just asked you: is a phone line a utility? And she gave me the same thing you just went. Well, no one can answer the damn question.
Yeah.
And I go, well, well, what about 911? I mean, what if there's an emergency? How do I call you guys? Or, call, if I was to say the trooper or whatever. They go, well, call the county sheriff. Call the county sheriff. Sheriff goes, I don't know. Call the city police department. I'm calling all over. So I call the city police department. And then so I'm talking to the city police department, and they finally tell me, they finally give me an answer. And they say, try this company, but they are split into two. It's either CenturyLink or what's something called Brightspeed.
Okay.
And I go, I've already tried CenturyLink. They don't provide the service. So I was like, okay, I'll try this Brightlink, because I never even heard, or Brightspeed, sorry.
Yeah.
I never heard of Brightspeed. Never even knew it existed. Type in the address, lo and behold, phone service and internet service that they will provide. I was like, I had to go through all that to find the one company that's not, Starlink.
Right.
Starlink, you can do it anywhere, and HughesNet technically the same. The problem is that the Brightspeed, the maximum speed they will provide, and it's DSL.
Yeah.
No fiber, no cable, no cable internet. It's all through the phone line still.
Yeah.
10 megabits per second. That's it. That's as high as they go. It's like, oh my
Oh,
god. I don't know if that's going to be worth it to be able to either do because the whole purpose was either have Wi-Fi calling from your phone, right?
right.
So you can do Wi-Fi calling, and they also the point being possibly put up security cameras so that if you were to take a fall, we could at least keep an eye on them
Yeah.
and kind of just monitor the property when he's not there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because he's going out less and less. So now the decision turns into, do you pay the cost of internet, which would be about 40 or 50 a month, I think is what they said. I think it's 50. Or do you go with Starlink, which is 120, but you're going to get a better service?
Right. Good.
120, so much money. So, yeah, here, hold on one second. Yes. Love you too. That's an adult beverage. You may not have that. Go away. It's not limited. No, I'm drinking a Kentucky Mule, is what this is called. It has bourbon. Thank you.
It'll help her go to sleep.
There you go. It wouldn't be a podcast without her coming in here and interrupting us. It just wouldn't happen. It's just not it's not the same.
Yeah.
Just interrupt. And then that's my last story. That's a whole thing.
Wow.
Long-winded story, just for internet, Jay, just to find out about. And they do offer an actual old school, regular telephone hard line. Like you have to have an actual phone to call from, not a cell phone.
Yeah.
That's the other problem. Is like, we got to find a phone. I don't even know if we have a phone in the house anymore. Do you have a phone in the house?
No, I don't think so. I think when we got rid of our landline, we got rid of it.
Just got rid of the phone too, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's the other part. We got to figure that part out too. But,
you could probably get a cheap one at Walmart.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, no, I'm sure you can. Yeah, for sure. That's all that's going on. And Mizzou football started. That was the other big thing that we weren't able to talk about last week.
Yeah.
That started. They didn't really play a good team at all.
No.
That's kind of I call this the preseason. I think that's really what this is. It's the NCAA preseason to get you kind of ramped up to where you get into, once you hit league play, you're ready to roll.
For the most part, yeah. I mean, some teams do play actual games, but
yeah. Well, with the new format, is that smart to do that anymore? That's the real question.
Yeah.
A lot of teams are questioning themselves now. Should I have ever even did that? Ever,
Yeah.
I don't know. So, yeah, man. There you have it. Mizzou started, and plus the NFL, I think, starts tonight, right?
Right now, they're about to kick off.
It says delayed online, but they're kicking off now.
Yeah.
What's it on right now? What is it streaming on?
It's on NBC. I'm watching it on Peacock because we don't have DirectTV is not working on our TV right now.
Yes. Okay, so that's the next thing to talk about. What is your plan? What are you gonna do?
Well, I don't know what the deal is. It's something with my mom's account. So the ESPN thing is something totally different from what I'm going through right now.
Oh, okay.
So every time I try to log in, it tells me the password's incorrect.
Oh, see, no, we're getting that with Netflix where we do the account share with our family.
Yeah.
And it's starting to say you're not at the right place. You can get a temporary password for 14 days or something like that. So we're dealing with that. But no, same thing with DirectTV, with the ESPN thing. It's with the Disney, and so I can't get access to. If they don't get it resolved by Saturday, I gotta have to figure something out to be able to watch the game.
You should be able to watch it on Hulu if you have the ESPN Plus package.
Okay, so I have to get ESPN Plus at that point because that's what I'm concerned about. I've been told that no, ESPN Plus won't work.
ESPN Plus won't work because that's an actual network. But if you do it through Hulu, the actual ESPN networks are through Hulu.
So how do you do that? You get live, is it Hulu Live or something like that? They're a live package that they have?
No,
like a cable package?
No, it'll be able to tell that you have Disney Plus and ESPN Plus, and so they all kind of link together. Okay,
so I saw that, or you could try YouTube TV.
Yeah.
Or the other one was Fubo TV,
yeah,
I think.
But those are subscription services, so it's like having cable or DirectTV again.
Correct. Oh yeah, it is. Do you see the price?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't realize that. But it's not that expensive, to be honest with you, when you start to think about it. Back in the day when you used to pay for actual cable or DirectTV.
Yeah.
But that's why everyone left, because of how damn expensive it is.
Yeah. But then everyone went to their own streaming thing that you have to pay for, so you're right back at those prices.
Correct. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, I'll see. Because I don't have the Hulu Disney Plus, ESPN. Is it the bundle, the triple bundle is what you're talking about, and I would have access with that?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you have to have the triple bundle, but if you have, I believe if you have ESPN Plus and you have Hulu, you should be able to watch ESPN programs on Hulu.
On Hulu.
Yeah.
Gotcha. This is just getting too complicated, man.
It is.
Here's the thing I hate, that if you're going to pay for ESPN Plus, that doesn't include ESPN.
Right.
It's truly its own thing.
Yeah.
You don't get the regular ESPN channels. You don't even get you get blocked out of the SEC network.
Right.
Which is what I need. So.
Well, because ESPN Plus started out as premium articles on the website.
Correct.
And then they added all the streaming stuff as it got bigger.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just wish they'd get this resolved sooner than later, but it doesn't sound like they're in a big rush to get it done, to be honest with you. So, yeah. But no, I need to go grab an iPad, I think, so I can watch have this in the background.
Yeah.
That's a great first game of the season, KC versus Baltimore. That's a really good game. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, all the stories are out of the way.
Okay.
All that good stuff. So you have show notes, is what you said. So what do you have on the agenda?
So there was a big music announcement this afternoon.
Joe Hendry's the leader of Linkin Park?
Not Joe Hendry.
I'm sorry. There's a new lead singer for Linkin Park now? Is that a real thing? Okay, so there's a new lead singer for Linkin Park.
So they announced it this afternoon with a concert. There'd been rumors that they were looking at new lead singers, and then, I don't know, a week ago, there was a countdown on their website, and the countdown came and went, and nothing happened.
Interesting.
And so then they're like, check back today at 5 o'clock. So I got on their website at 5 o'clock, and there was a live stream, and they did a concert. I believe it was for the LP Underground people. It's like their fan club. Mm-hmm. And they introduced a new singer, did a new single, played a bunch of stuff, and then announced a tour and a new album coming out.
I'm pulling it up now. So, but I won't steal your thunder. Go for it. Who's the new lead singer of Linkin Park?
So her name is Emily Alexander. She was the lead singer of a band called Dead Sarah. She can be a screamer. So, is she going to be Chester? No,
not at all.
But she did.
Unique, dude.
He was.
Unique.
She did a really good job, though. The only thing I'm like, let's retire this song and never play it again, is Faint, because she cannot do the same type of screaming that Chester did on that song.
For sure. No.
Everything else was really good. I really enjoyed her.
I'm seeing Emily Armstrong. Is it Emily Armstrong or Emily Alexander?
Or Armstrong, yeah.
It's Armstrong? Okay.
Yeah.
And she's with Dead Sarah. Had you ever heard of Dead Sarah and any of their work?
Yeah, I've heard a few of their songs. I've got a couple of them on my workout playlist, so.
Okay. I'm seeing Linkin Park From Zero is the new world tour.
Yes.
It says, get tickets. The Emptiness Machine is the new single. Listen now.
Yeah, they just dropped that.
Is she the singer on the Emptiness Machine?
Yes. Okay. So, I mean, it's the same dynamic where Mike Shinoda's rapping and singing a little bit, and then she's singing and screaming. Okay. And she actually said...
How's her singing? Is it good singing?
It's not bad. She actually said on the concert that she had to learn how to sing for this.
Okay.
So, it's probably a work in progress, but it wasn't bad.
Okay. I see the Emptiness Machine official music video, 24,000 views just 1 hour ago.
Yeah.
They just released it, like literally just released that song.
Yeah. So they kicked off their concert with that song. The concert went for about an hour, and then about 15 minutes after that, the video released.
Oh, wow. Okay. Linkin Park is back. The new Linkin Park singer is fire. Reaction from the channel VJ Quesky. I like this guy's hair. It's super cool. It's like a shade of orange I've never seen before in a black dude.
Oh, wow.
That is interesting right there.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, I'll check them out later. We'll take a listen. What'd you think? Did you listen to...
Yeah, I listened to the song. I liked it.
Okay.
It's got the vibe of them, but it's got like her twist on it. So...
Okay.
I'll be buying the album when it comes out.
They're trying to keep the band together.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. New metal coming back. As in, like, it's just retro, and everyone our age is like. So when Linkin Park, if they went on tour with Limp Bizkit, I guess they would. Because I know Limp Bizkit went on tour.
Yeah.
They were just in St. Louis not long ago, I
Yeah,
think.
they toured all summer with Corey Feldman.
Okay, and so how did that sell? I mean,
I
did
think
enough people go?
it did all right. I had no urge to go to it.
Mm-mm. I'd be interested. I just would like an honest reaction. Where
Yeah,
if it sucks, okay, but don't just say it sucks because it's old school.
right.
It was super popular for a really long time there. I won't say a really long time, but for a good decade, new metal was a super popular thing.
Yeah. I just think Fred Durst wore on everyone's nerves, and everyone needed a break.
Else.
Yeah.
And there's a Nickelback documentary out.
Yeah.
I think. Did you watch the Nickelback documentary?
I've not. I wouldn't mind watching it though.
I'd be curious.
Yeah.
I'd be curious just because it gets so much hate, but yet the guy has made a ton of money and he's actually made a lot of hit songs.
And their early stuff was really good. It's just they got to a point where everything sounded the same.
He just had a bad look too.
Yeah.
He looked awful.
Yeah.
It's a bad look. I don't know. That bothered me more than anything. But it's funny, you go back, and I'm scrolling right now on YouTube, just the old Linkin Park videos, and you look at their look from back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
It's dated. It's super dated. It looks awful. You just got to ask yourself, whoever at any point thought that this was a good look for anyone?
Well, you don't like the bleach blonde spiky hair?
The bleach blonde spiky hair, exactly. Ugh, just the spiky hair in general. It's like, oh, come on, man. So, yeah, but no, a lot of reaction videos out there.
Yeah.
Check out, I guess. From a Linkin Park standpoint, probably the best of the new metal, I guess. They were the best in the biz at it.
Probably. I mean, I don't know. They were probably the last band of that style I got into, but I stuck with them. Yeah, because their sound kind of evolved over time. There was still the screaming and still the rapping, but like the music changed. And I always said if I wanted to listen to the same music over and over, I'd listen to Nickelback.
Okay. I will give you a recommendation for a YouTube channel. This guy, I love this guy so bad. He's so cool. I say it that way. I'm not a fanboy, but I just think he's a cool guy. And if you're gonna give a watch to any guy, give reaction to music. He's so open-minded about all music.
Yeah.
Every kind of music you could think of. His name it's spelled Laydbak. So Laid Back is his name.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's DFR. I don't know what the DFR. I think he's a rapper as well, but he just does a lot of reaction videos to songs. And he lets everything play, man. He will honestly take on anything. Some death metal or anything that when you see him when he's a rapper, you're gonna be like, he's gonna hate this. But he's like, some stuff he just goes, that's freaking cool. And he does this thing called trash or pass is what he calls it. So
I think I've seen him.
Tell you, yeah, but if it's pass, he's like, yeah, that was cool, man. I just dig his vibe. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I was waiting. I was gonna see if he did a reaction to it just yet because he's pretty up to date on that stuff. But actually, I don't know if it is because to be honest with you, I haven't seen his stuff in quite a little bit. Man, maybe he doesn't put up videos much anymore. I'll pull him up here. See when's the last time he posted something.
I'm trying to look back. Somebody was sending me some of his videos. I don't know.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there you go. I see one from 1 month ago. He did a reaction. He's doing reactions to more than just music, I guess. He's a reaction guy. That's what he does. Nothing but that.
Okay.
Right. But regardless, check him out. See what you like about it.
Yeah.
All right. So that's big news about Linkin Park.
Yeah.
I would never have known if you wouldn't tell me. I'm not on. I'm not hip to Linkin Park these days, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I follow music pretty closely still.
Okay. So what else you got?
So, more's coming out about this Beau DeMayo firing from X-Men 97.
Yeah, he's a creep, right?
Yeah.
Is that what he was sending some really, really bad stuff to some staff members, I guess?
Yes, including D-pics.
Yeah. So it sucks because the show's amazing. Now, the question is, was it all because of his vision of the show?
Yeah.
Or can we give more credit to the writers and he just kind of brought the writing room together? Or was he basically, this is my thoughts of what the show should be, let's all make it happen together, and he had a lot of input on everything. If he had a lot of input on everything, the show's going to suffer, I think.
Yeah, I think he did, and I think he already had a lot of input on season 2.
Okay.
So at least season 2 might stay at the same quality. We'll just have to see what ends up happening.
I don't know, dude.
But here's the funny thing. He put out a video saying, if you want the full story, subscribe to his OnlyFans for $9.99 a month.
That's nasty, dude. You did it, didn't you? You did it. You did. No.
Here's what I sent.
You're going to get some D-pics, dude. You're going to get a lot of D-pics on that thing.
From what I'm hearing, though, he's playing the race card and saying Disney was discriminatory to people on the X-Men set and on the Blade set, or in the Blade room, I guess.
Was he involved with Blade as well?
I don't know if he was or if that's just something he heard.
Oh, okay. Here's my take on that. If I can give you a 2-second quick take on that.
Yeah.
It's a big load of horseshit. Because if there's any company that is bending over backwards for DEI and for racial equality and all the good stuff that's very 2024.
Yeah.
Name me another company that's doing more than Disney for that. Name me another company. You can't. You can't name me one that does more than Disney.
No.
I mean, you got all your tech companies out west that are, going to bend over backwards for it as well.
Yeah.
And maybe your some of your your news companies or some of your media companies, sure. But as far as
like
mainstream
content providers,
entertainment,
yeah,
you're not going to find anybody doing more than Disney at all. So that guy can pound sand on that comment. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
ridiculous. And it's a cop out. It's a cop out because he made bad decisions.
Yeah,
I mean, it's 2024. You're not going to get away with that kind of stuff anymore.
Yeah, and to think you can is just unreal. It's
hubris.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. Don't even try.
Yeah,
but that's my quick 2-second take. It's a shame because if he's a big part of what was X-Men 97, which I don't know when the Emmys come out or if the Emmys have come and gone. I thought that was always a February thing, but I could have swore that X-Men is going to get nominated somehow. Would be my thoughts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if you were to I'm going to assume there is a Emmy for Best Animated TV Show. Emmy for Best Animated TV Show. I'm going to say 2023. Okay, because I would say X-Men 97 would fall under 2024.
I would think so.
Okay.
The nominations might be out. I might have seen something recently about the nominations.
Well, because that's the reason why I bring that up is because when you do watch, if you watch Invincible, it's Emmy nominated.
Yeah.
They put a banner on there for Emmy. Now that's for 24. But now I wanted to see outstanding animated program nominees and winners for 2023 from the Television Academy. Okay. It's good to see that Treehouse of Horror was a winner.
Yeah.
They won just for that episode. A Treehouse of Horror, what's that, 33. Wow, 33 seasons of Treehouse of Horror. That's
I know.
Awesome.
It's unreal.
So nominees, Primal, I told you about that show, Primal, didn't I?
I think so,
watched
yeah.
a few episodes, after like the first episode. It's actually pretty interesting. I want to get back into it. It's just I'm horrible about watching anything these days. So the 2024, the nominees are out. I've got the nominees right here now. I'll tell you what they are. Blue Eye Samurai.
Okay, that was
Bob's
good.
Burgers. Scavenger's Reign, which is a Max original. The artwork looks actually really cool. The Simpsons and X-Men 97. So I see here, I don't know. That's ridiculous. I want to see, then I want to definitely see why or what Invincible got nominated for. But it's Emmy nominated at the X-Men 97. I think there will be a drop off if he's not involved, I guess. That's a shame. I think it's a shame. So we'll see though.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I think did you say something about season 2? They already did a lot of work for season 2?
Yeah, he did. He was working on it before he got fired.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, we'll have to see. We'll see how it goes. It's phenomenal. It really was one of the best animated shows. I can't compare it to the original series because there's too much nostalgia involved. That's my childhood. That's
Right.
Saturday morning cartoons right there. And I'm sorry, Saturday morning cartoons just mean the world. You're never going to make it. You'll not. I'll never recapture what that was.
Yeah.
In my adult years, I just can't recapture that magic of what that was.
Right.
But X-Men '97 comes damn close.
It does.
It really does. It's a phenomenal show. I think since I can't speak, I mean, The Simpsons, it's always great no matter what.
Yeah.
It's on point all the time. It's almost like that in South Park. You know what I mean? They're so on top of everything and on all the current events, and it's continuously high quality production.
Yeah.
I know nothing about the Scavenger's Reign. I know Bob's Burgers is popular because hell, they made a movie out of it.
Right.
A full length movie. I know nothing about it though. I've never seen one episode of Bob's Burgers.
No, I
Have you
haven't
ever
either.
seen it?
No.
Yeah, I have no idea what it's about. But you said something about Blue. You gave a small little, yeah, it's cool, to Blue Eye Samurai. I know nothing about that either.
Kind of an anime type series on Netflix. I mean, they did one season of it, and it was a really good story. I loved it.
Okay. Was it pretty quick to get through?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. So, we'll see. I mean, you and I don't talk about TV too much just because I don't think we're watching very much TV these days.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up with it. But the scene, I'm not spoiling it because you've seen all episodes of X-Men '97 at this point, I'm assuming, correct?
Yes, I have.
Okay. I mean, just the scene alone where Rogue is holding Gambit.
Yes.
Right? I mean, come on. How's that not win
Oh,
the
yeah.
best thing that's come out, from an animated standpoint? That was incredible.
It was.
Voice acting, it's the original voice of Rogue. She was the
Right.
original one from the original series. Wow. And it must be awesome to be able to look back. Let's say she retires from voice acting, just retires from the business altogether. You could go back and point to one scene, and go, people could come up to her to like a con or anything and go, that one scene is probably one of the greatest scenes I've seen in any animated production of any kind.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. But it was also the lead up to that. They did a great job of leading up to that. So
That was just an amazing episode.
oh, absolutely amazing. It's we've done this before though. That's one thing you and I have done, where we've picked out singular episodes that we go, this is that one episode from that one show.
Yeah.
That stands out amongst above all the rest.
Yeah.
And I think that now, mind you, I can't tell you the name of the episode. I feel bad that I can't. But if I mention it, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it stand out.
Yeah.
So. All right. Yeah. Dick pics. Awesome.
Yeah.
Next.
They won't come back to bite you. All right.
Man. All right. What you got?
Casting rumors for Hal Jordan.
I'm so glad we get to talk about this one, Jay.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy, oh boy. I had a lot to say that I didn't say to you.
Yeah.
When you sent me that text. I have a feeling you could predict what I felt at that moment when you sent me that news.
Yeah.
You give me your take first. I talk too much sometimes, so you give me your take. What do you got on it?
I feel like they're going to back themselves into a corner with Hal Jordan like they did with Bruce Wayne in Snyderverse, where he's going to be so much older than everybody else. And I don't think I'm going to be crazy about that if they go with any of the three, truthfully. So their main pick is Josh Brolin right now, with the fallback options of Matthew McConaughey and Ewan McGregor.
Yep.
They're all great actors, but I just don't... I'm not a big Hal Jordan guy. I haven't read a ton of them. I don't see any of those as him. I mean, Ryan Reynolds was closer to him than any of these guys. Ryan Reynolds should have been Barry Allen at that point, but it's another story.
I disagree with the Barry Allen take. Because you're using the Flash from the animated series as your... I think that's what you're using as your model for that. My take is from Barry Allen from the comics is that Barry Allen is very dry. He is not comedic.
Yeah.
Wally West, on the other hand, Wally West is hilarious.
See,
and very jokey. super. And so if you were to play Wally West Flash, I'm on board with you. I'm super on board with you.
I think before Deadpool, he could have pulled off Barry Allen. Because now everyone expects the same performance on everything.
If you clarify it that way, yes, I will. I'll give you that. I'll give you that leeway. If you're going to if you're going to say that Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds and everything, which he made fun of himself in that in Deadpool, which I don't agree with that, because I just saw the trailer for that Voices movie that you and I both enjoyed, that dark comedy.
Yeah.
He gives a very different performance in that. And I think he has more range than he gives himself credit for.
Well, I think that's pre-Deadpool, and now everyone wants him as Deadpool.
Correct.
Kind of like The Rock is The Rock in everything he plays, except for Black Adam. But we saw that.
For Ryan Reynolds, it started with Waiting.
Well, yeah.
It starts there, and you get to see, okay, this is what he does well at. You got Waiting, you got Van Wilder, right?
Yeah.
He's the same snarky, super sarcastic, very quick-witted, very funny, and that's all you get.
Yeah.
Okay. Hal Jordan, Josh Brolin. The very first thing was the same thing I thought. The same thing you thought. Way too old.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, Josh Brolin is ripped, and he looks great for his age. He's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
Is it sad that I think, or is it not sad? You tell me. His performance as Thanos is probably going to go down as his best performance ever.
Yeah.
And it's incredible, right?
Yeah.
I think he does. I think we've talked about it way back when, where we said Infinity War is his movie. That's his.
Yeah.
It's totally his movie. And I did a recent rewatch of both. I did a back-to-back rewatch of Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah.
Infinity War is just a superior movie.
It is.
In every way. It's superior to it.
Yeah.
A lot of that has to do with his performance. It really does. He's fantastic in it. He's just too old for Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to grow with this character. Unless we're going to say the reason why we're doing Hal Jordan is we're not going to have him around very long as our main Green Lantern, and we're going to have him transition into Parallax, and so that we can tap into Josh Brolin's voice acting ability a little bit more, like he did with Thanos. If that's what they're thinking. James Gunn has a vision.
He does.
And I'm going to assume he has his footprint on, or his thumbprint on this, and he's going to say, yeah, hey, my vision, I wish we knew where he was going with things.
Yeah.
The problem is with nothing being released, and we're still so far away from everything, and the Gunverse is what we'll call it. I don't know what he's trying to do. And because in Snyderverse, I think you were right. We were kind of, you're pigeonholed with casting Affleck. You were going to use an older Bruce Wayne, right? It's always going to be old.
Yeah.
And we weren't going to be able to grow with that character very much.
Yeah.
Unless we're going to grow to the point where he was going to go Batman Beyond, or we're going to watch something else happen. I don't know what the plan was from there.
And then it really drove me nuts when everybody else seems so much younger.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's what's funny, though, is even, I mean, Cavill, it was younger, but at that point, he was like 38.
Yeah.
But that's not super young, in my opinion. It's just not.
But he pulled off younger.
Oh, he did. Yeah. No, he did. So the Josh Brolin thing, first thing I thought was, we can't grow with Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
This is not going to go anywhere. So is this just a one-off? This is just one of those things. We're going to get him for just a minute, and then we're going to we'll introduce, because I thought the plan was, well, we already have our Guy Gardner, and that's the problem with Guy. The guy portraying Guy, he's not young either.
Yeah.
What is he, 60 at this point?
Yeah, I don't know if he's that old.
He's got to be.
I was thinking
50s,
like early
60s.
I was thinking early 50s, but
I forget, what's his name again?
Nathan Fillion. I'm looking him up.
Nathan Fillion age. I got you, Jay.
53.
53 years old. Okay, so I'm not completely far off there, dude. He's not that far away.
Yeah.
I see Nathan Fillion as a better Hal Jordan than I do as a Guy Gardner.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't agree with that casting at all.
Yeah.
It's so odd. It's a really odd casting. And then your other two options, Ewan McGregor and Matthew McConaughey. Ewan McGregor is great in what he does. I like you. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. I just don't see it. Other than I just don't see it. Having read a ton of Green Lantern, and you say you don't read a lot of Green Lantern comics. I read a ton.
Yeah.
I've read a ton of Green Lantern comics. He doesn't fit it at all. And unless we're going to eventually, go the Kyle Rayner route and get someone young for that.
Yeah. Or even a younger Jon Stewart.
You could go a young Jon Stewart. You can. I would love to see Denzel's kid as Jon Stewart. I think he'd fit it really well.
Yeah.
Or you go unknown. You could always help go unknown with it. Or if you're gonna go younger, we're gonna go 2024. We'll get Jessica Cruz in there. We can go find our Jessica Cruz, and she's got an interesting story. And what was funny is the biggest debate in the Green Lantern world, as far as there's just so many Earth, Earth Green Lanterns.
Yeah.
Is she was introduced? Simon Boz was introduced before her.
Yeah.
And yet you don't really see anything about Simon Boz ever anymore.
No.
At all. He's still there. He's still there. They actually did they did well because they partnered them together. They were partners.
Yeah.
Where the other Lanterns are just solos basically. But when you put them together, Boz and Cruz, it worked really well. But Cruz stood out, and everyone's like, "Well, why is Cruz still on the list?" Like someone's like, "You bunch of freaking nerds!" Just because she's a hot chick, she's in there, just destroying the nerds.
Yeah.
Just be honest. Don't give me story blah blah blah. It's because she's a good-looking girl.
Yeah.
And so I laughed at that response. I thought that was really funny. So the McConaughey one was the only one of the three that really interested me because I was like, he's cool, he's cocky, and that's what matches really well with Hal Jordan. And so I get that. That matches up.
Yeah.
Josh Brolin is just a good actor. Ewan McGregor, good actor. But I think of Ewan McGregor, I don't think of a cocky, gunslinger.
No, not at all.
Test pilot that doesn't have any fear.
Yeah.
When I think of Josh Brolin, I just think of stoic, strong. He has strength in his acting.
Yeah.
But I just don't see him as being that guy that comes off as cocky. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Now McConaughey, he oozes charm. He could throw on the cockiness. He can do it. It's just part of his natural persona, I think.
Yeah.
So that interests me. But again, an older actor, plus an actor I don't think that had any interest in being in the superhero world at all.
Yeah. So what I found interesting was the original concept of the show was supposed to be kind of a True Detective in space. So if they're going to do True Detective, they're going to bring in Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Because we get the rumors for the Hal Jordan casting. Are we getting any rumors for the Jon Stewart casting?
No, there's been no other rumors yet. Because it's supposed. From what I've heard, it's supposed to be an ensemble cast and kind of an anthology type show where it's a few episodes of a story and then it goes to the next story.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I like the fact that we got to discuss it. I don't want to distrust Gunn. Most of his castings have been pretty good.
Yeah.
Is there any casting that you can think of that he's done recently where you're just like, oof, that was a big miss?
I don't think so. Because, Suicide Squad, I love the casting in it. Mm-hmm. The Guardians movies were great. Trying to think. He did Super, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think he was involved with it from a production standpoint, or he wrote it or something along those lines.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else I've seen that he's done.
He wrote Dawn of the Dead, which I don't know if he had any hand in casting on that. I don't know if he got production credit for that, but you also got Brightburn. He was involved with the production on that, so I don't know if he did any of that, but the casting there was great, in my opinion. I don't know, man. I don't like these names.
Yeah.
If we're being, or maybe that's just Gunn playing games, and you know what I mean? He's just throwing out names that kind of get the comic world talking a little bit and let us debate. But unfortunately, it sounds like when you get the first name thrown out, it's usually who it's going to be.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, he's very honest with his responses, too. So if it were one of these people, then we would probably have already heard it.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the Guy Gardner casting, but I like Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it turns out. From that.
So I do have one more casting.
Uh-oh. Did you freeze?
I think so, but we're back.
Oh, there you go. You're back.
All right. So there was one more casting. James Spader's returning to the Marvel Universe.
Yes.
For Vision Quest.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yes.
So we're getting a Vision show.
Yes.
Right? And we're gonna get him back as Ultron.
Yes.
I'm surprised they were able to get him back. I thought he would have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, he's a weird guy. I read like an oral history of The Office, and they said they hated working with him because they're so spontaneous and ad lib on the set of that, and he's a very meticulous and by the script actor. So based off what I've heard of Marvel movies, it's kind of surprising, that he would come back, because there was a lot of riffing, a lot of Robert Downey Jr. just kind of playing around trying to figure out what worked with the characters.
So is this show supposed to be a continuation of Vision after he turned into the white version of Vision? Okay.
Yeah. Kind of figuring out his place.
Are we going to use the Vision comic book as our guide?
I don't know. From what I've heard, well, I mean, they're calling it Vision Quest, which is an old 80s Vision series. And it's supposed to be really good.
I know nothing about it. Have you read it?
No, I've never read it. I want to go back and read it now before the show comes out.
Okay, so Vision Quest.
But there are rumors that the Tom King's, right?
Well, that's Tom King who did the most recent Vision miniseries.
There's rumors that it ties, like that'll tie into it somehow. And then who knows, we might get his family. Which,
I guess there's a relationship between him and Ultron. Vision and Ultron have a relationship of some kind.
Yeah.
I'm reading real quick on this. Let me see if it gives me a synopsis. Is kind of what I'm looking for here. I know nothing about Vision Quest. It says, in this chapter, the West Coast Avengers, the Vision receives a startling transformation after he's kidnapped and his memory wiped, and discovers that the true and tragic nature of his children with Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Plus the U.S. agent joins the A-Team, and the Great Lakes Avengers make their spectacular debut. Don't miss the story arc by legendary writer and artist John Byrne. So it's a John Byrne story.
Yeah.
It's West Coast Avengers.
Yeah.
It doesn't really give me much here. I still don't have a clue what's about.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
the general gist of it is Vision's trying to figure out who he is, because when they like wipe him and he's brand new again, he doesn't have the Simon Williams Wonder Man personality that the original version of him did. Okay. And so that led to the question of his relationship with Wanda, because she had a relationship with Wonder Man in the past, and the kids were all figments of her imagination. So it's him dealing with all that. So I think that's
Did we ever have a discussion about Wanda and Quicksilver, where they're kind of I don't even know if it's a retcon or not a retcon in regards to being Magneto's children?
Yeah, they retcon that.
So they're no longer his kids.
They're no longer his kids, but there have been some. She's crossed over with the X-Men during the Krakoa stuff, and Magneto still considers her his kid.
Okay. Did they address that? Like, they had addressed it directly, where they had a panel that says, "You're not my daughter anymore." So then, who are their parents? Did they say?
Let's see. Her mom.
So I'm sorry. Is Quicksilver still her brother?
Yes. Yeah, they're still brother sister, and basically, they were born to the previous Scarlet Witch. The Scarlet Witch is a witch that gets passed down from generation to generation. So in the James Robinson series that came out in mid 2010s of Scarlet Witch, she kind of meets her dead mom through magic, and they're taken by the High Evolutionary at one point, and that's how they're given their powers.
It's so convoluted.
It is.
Man. They should have just left it the way it was.
I have a feeling it might go back.
So she's no longer a mutant?
No, she's not.
They retcon that. Okay.
Yeah.
And Quicksilver's not a mutant either then.
Yeah. And so
High Evolutionary gave them powers.
So mutants had been calling her the imposter for years after this retcon happened.
Okay.
And with all the House M stuff and everything. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, tangent. I tangent on you. I apologize.
No, it's all right.
Vision Quest, cool. Jen asked me the other day about the Agatha show. She's like, "Are we watching this?" I was like, "Yeah, begrudgingly a little bit, because I try to watch all the Marvel shows." Now, mind you, every Marvel show starts off being god awful, and eventually either it gets okay, or it gets really good. So we'll have to see. It's been a struggle for Marvel TV here lately. I mean, Secret Invasion was garbage.
Yeah.
I stand by my stance on Ms. Marvel. I think it's just She-Hulk's. It's just not my thing.
I enjoyed both of them, but they weren't.
Echo was.
Yeah.
I mean,
we had Loki at least.
Loki was good.
Yeah.
Loki. Well, how about this? Loki ended very well.
Yes.
It took a long time to get there, though.
Yeah, it did.
I felt it took a long time, man.
And I mean, that's been one of the complaints too. Is they stretch them out too long. Yeah, cut 2 episodes out of each season.
Hell, make it 4 episodes. If that's what it takes. Do a 4-episode show. I don't care. Just make it not drag.
Yeah,
that's all. So, yeah, Agatha coming out. I was like, yeah, we'll watch that. But
it looks like it'll have an interesting twist with the kind of more of a
movie coming out later this year in November.
Nope.
No more Marvel movies this year.
Nope. Deadpool is the only one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Next one's Captain America.
February for that, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
So I think we get that, and we get Thunderbolts.
We get Agatha, and we get Captain America. That's all we've got to look forward to.
And then Thunderbolts comes out a few months after that.
Okay. All right. We shall see, sir.
Yeah.
We shall see. Dark times are ahead.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see, man. All right. Well, when does Superman come out? 26, right? Or 25?
I think it's 26.
What's it called? Superman, not Beyond or whatever. What's it called? Tomorrow, Superman. I just put James Gunn. I don't remember the title anymore.
Yeah, I don't either. It could even change, though, before it comes out.
James Gunn already has a title for the team-up movie starring him, Batman and Superman. What's it called? Is it just called Superman? Is that what? Or no? What is it? It's just Superman.
I thought they had a name for it.
I thought so too, but I'm on the Googles, and Googles is just saying Superman. July 11th of 25, by the way. We have to wait till July.
Oh, that's not too bad then.
No. It did have a name at one point, though, right?
I thought it did.
Legacy. Superman Legacy?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. But now it's just Superman.
It's just Superman. Jay, what's going on?
I don't know.
What's going on, man? I don't know if I like that.
Yeah. Filming wrapped on it.
Who's Kendra Saunders supposed to be again? Isabel Merced. She's Kendra Saunders. Who's Kendra Saunders?
It's Hawkwoman.
Hawkwoman. That's right. Damn it, I should remember that. All right. We got Hawkwoman. We got Kara. Kara. Depends on who's saying the word.
Yeah.
I do like the Jimmy Olsen casting. That kid is awesome. I like that guy.
Yeah, I do too.
Were you a Santa Clarita Diet kid?
Yes.
Or watcher, sorry?
Yes.
So good. So damn good in that show. God, dang it. Why they canceled that show, I will never understand.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Jay Tierney, dude. What's wrong with you, man? Why didn't you tell me about this? Or did we talk about it?
What?
Go James Gunn. Casting my boy Frank Grillo as Rick Flag, bro.
Oh, yeah. Rick Flag Sr.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. That's awesome. That is really good. I like that.
Because he was first announced for the Creature Commando show. And then he's going to play the role in live action, too.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm happy about that. That's a good casting right there.
Yeah.
And I'm really liking the Pruitt Taylor Vince casting. Because if I remember right, he's Jonathan Kent, right?
Yeah.
I like that a lot too. Oh, they're gonna put Kent Grant in here.
Yeah.
Got my boy Wendell. Sean Gunn is Maxwell Lord.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Pedro, but I think that's going to be better.
Some good castings.
Yeah.
He put Beck Bennett in a movie.
Yeah.
If I remember right, I think Beck Bennett. Oh wait, no, that's not who I'm thinking of.
Beck Bennett's on Saturday Night Live.
Okay, that's definitely not who I was thinking of. Never mind. Disregard. Yes, I've seen him before in said Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Strong. Oh, they got Eve Taskmacher. Okay, we got her.
Yeah.
I love this. Lisa gave the nod to Reeve. Will Reeve is a TV reporter. Nicely done, James Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
Well done, sir. Now, I will tell you, we are comic nerds. And the first thing I tell Jen about David Cornsweat, she goes, wait. His name's Sweat? She didn't like that. So you got the general audience. Here, I consider her the general audience. First of all, she hates his name. And then she looks at a picture and goes, that's Superman? I was like, oh, that's not good, James Gunn.
Yeah.
That's not good. She goes, you don't look very strong. I was like, oh no, James Gunn, what did you do? But we will withhold judgment, Jay. We will withhold judgment.
There was a picture of him with Maria Gabriela de Farah, who's playing the engineer. He looked huge compared to her and her family. Okay. So he must have bulked up.
He took the steroids. Heard.
Yeah.
Understood. Yes.
Pretty much.
We'll see. We'll see, man. Yeah. First reaction, though. General audience reaction, not good. Yeah. Not good at all. So, all right, man. All right, hold on. What do we got here? You sent me something. I want to do a topic here. I'm going to introduce this one. You sent me something about the top 20 all-time castings for live-action comic book movies.
Yes.
I can't see the... Okay, it scrolls a little bit. Okay. We're going to start at 20 and work our way up here.
Okay.
And this is posted by Jensen's World. Yes. I don't know who Jensen's World is, but he's the one that posted it. All right, here we go. Number 20. Eartha Kitt is Catwoman. Strike one. I don't like that guy. I'm Michelle Pfeiffer. I'm Michelle Pfeiffer. Thank you. Number 2. Chadwick Boseman is Black Panther. Too low on the list.
Very, very much too low.
Okay. Chris Evans is Captain America. Love the casting. I don't know if that's where he belongs on the list, but we'll keep going.
Yeah.
Brandon Lee is the Crow. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Maybe at 20, though. And speaking of the Crow, I think it came out and no one went to go see it.
Oh, it bombed. Major bomb.
Yeah. Okay. Are we done with the Crow now? Can we finally put it to bed?
I hope so.
Let's just have, the Brandon Lee version and be happy with that. And we're done with it. Okay. I think we can all agree on that. Michael Caine is Alfred. Interesting.
Very interesting.
I like it. He was very good as Alfred. Who do you like better? They don't have enough, I don't think.
The original. Can't think of the old guy's name, but he was in the first 4 Batman movies.
Well, I understand that. Yeah, he was good. He's good, but he's not Michael Caine.
No. But then at that point, do you say Michael Caine was underutilized as Alfred for an actor of his level?
What's as important as Alfred is, they didn't really portray him from the fatherly figure standpoint. The problem is because you don't have the Bat family in any of the movies.
Right.
Alfred is so important for the Robins as well. All the Robins. Interesting. Okay. Henry Cavill is Superman.
Probably could be higher.
He should be. I like it on the list. I just don't know where you'd put him on the list.
Yeah.
If it's just too low or too high. Let's see. Andrew Garfield is Spider-Man. My stance on this is well known on this podcast.
Yeah.
I think he's by far the best of the 3. So I like that he's on the list. It's just, but you already have Toby on the list too.
Yeah.
So you got 2 Spider-Mans on the list. Samuel Jackson is Nick Fury. I mean, come on. Are we saying, because it says my top 20 all-time castings. I'm sorry, but he needs to be way higher on this list because the character was created for the ultimate version based on him.
Yes.
Used him. So I love it. He belongs on there, but
I don't know. I don't know if I can move him up on the list though with the people that are ahead of him.
I know we got a lot of people ahead of us here. Anthony, I love the fact that you got. It's not Anthony. It's Anthony.
Anthony Starr.
Anthony Starr.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony Starr as only, which he knocks it out of the park.
He does. But I think he's probably in the right spot.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson as Joker, which, yes, he's still very good, but of course Heath Ledger's better.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart as Professor X. Love that.
Yeah.
Didn't talk about the casting rumor for that. Did you hear about the casting rumor for Professor X?
The Bryan Cranston.
Correct.
Yes.
I thought he wanted to be Mr. Sinister, so I don't know if we're going to get that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I told that to Jen, and she was a huge fan of that. She liked that. She's like, yeah, I can see that's Professor X.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Michael Keaton as Batman. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love it. Now, mind you, they only have Michael Keaton on there. Let's see if he's on the list at all. Wow, not even on the list. Not even on the list, Jay. How is he not on the list?
Which one?
Which one? The one.
Drawing a blank.
Adam
Animated.
West, no.
Oh.
Oh, Jay, come on, dude. That's not right. If you're gonna put Heath on there, you got to put him on there as well. You got to put Bale on here, dude.
Yeah, but I think people will hold the voice against Bale.
Screw that.
Yeah.
Get out of here. He was the best of them.
Yeah.
Get out of here. I love Michael Keaton. It's nostalgia for Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Bale over Keaton. I'm going to do it. Sorry. I'm just going to. Okay. Here's the one, Jay. The one. J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah. Way too low on the list. Way too low on the list. But maybe because he only has a minor role.
Yeah.
I think that's why. Wow. Jeez.
Yeah.
So at least he put him on the list. He at least had the common decency to put him on the list.
Yes.
Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, of course.
Yeah.
Perfect casting. Hugh Jackman. Maybe some recency bias here, putting him that high on the list.
Hugh Jackman?
Yeah. Just because they're fresh in memory.
I don't know, because it seems like every version of Wolverine that he's done has been good, even when the movies have been crappy.
I still like comic accurate version of...
Yeah. Short King.
Short King. So good, dude. All right, Heath Ledger, Joker. Wesley Snipes, Blade.
Yeah.
I like it. But the problem is that we don't get any other version of Blade to compare it to.
Yeah. I wouldn't have him where he is. I'd have him further down on the list.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man.
Yeah.
Love it. Then Christopher Reeve as Superman. Love that.
Yeah, I do. I don't know if I'd put that number one, though.
No, I don't know what I would put.
Because, perfect casting in my mind, Robert Downey Jr., Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman might be my number one, dude.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds.
I don't see this role being fulfilled. Someone else will eventually take the mantle.
Yeah.
We might like them, but the thing we'll always keep saying is, not Chadwick, man.
Yeah.
He's just not.
It's going to be the Brandon Lee problem.
I just don't know if this... it's just his favorite, I guess. It's his top 20, so I'm not going to... it's what he thinks. Okay. I would take Toby off, but you're saying who do I replace him with? Yeah. I prefer... help me, Jay. Tom Holland. I prefer Holland over Toby.
I do too. So here's an interesting one in the comments. Jackie Earle Haley as Rorschach.
Oh, well done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you sent me a picture of Short King. That's hilarious. I love it.
Yes. Someone digitally enshorted Short King Wolverine with Deadpool as they're walking around the corner to fight the Deadpool Corps. So, Paul Bettany's not mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Someone put Michael Jai White as Spawn.
Spawn. Nice. All right, then hold on. Then we got to put Dolph on there as Punisher.
Yeah.
Come on. No.
Charlie Cox as Daredevil.
Should be on the list, but he's not in the movie.
He's got a cameo.
That's true. So.
Yeah.
Do we take TV into account?
Well, it says on the thing, live action comic book movie /shows.
Then you put Charlie Cox on this list. You take off Toby, and there you go. Replace him with Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting list. Don't agree with it wholeheartedly. It's hard to make that list. And where do you rank them, and why do you rank them in that order?
Right.
I don't know. Is it irreplaceability, where you cannot replace this one with another, but you had two Spider-Mans on there? So. And
your number one Superman has been replaced twice now. A third time.
I know, right? Yeah, not a bad one. And then hold on, I gotta go back and look at this list one more time. Bear with me.
Yeah.
Is my boy not on here? Was he omitted from the list? Or is he on there just way low? Okay, number 15. Okay, I had to relook. I was about to say you don't leave Henry Cavill off that list.
No.
Come on, ridiculous. All right. Interesting list. I guess here, let's just for fun, give me your top three.
I don't know how I could do the order, but Robert Downey Jr., Chadwick Boseman, and probably Ryan Reynolds at this point. Because, I mean...
I agree with your first two, and I'm going to put Ledger in there number 3.
Yeah, Ledger could be right there, too. It's tough.
It's just so iconic.
Yeah.
And you're not going to... And they still haven't found someone... Find me someone that's going to do a better job.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm going to look at it. So, all right. Let's skip to homework.
Okay.
So I got to get moving here in a little bit.
Yeah.
So, how many movies you got?
5 full movies.
Full movies, I like that.
Yeah.
Give me. Let's just do just movies this time.
Okay.
Let's just do. I want to do some the movies I watched too.
All right. So I started off my movie binge with Do the Right Thing. So I'd already seen it. I've seen it multiple times. I love the movie. It's just been a while. So
yeah.
I actually watched a documentary series on Max called The Power of Film. And it's a film professor that talks about different aspects of movies. And Do the Right Thing was in there a lot. I'm like, I just got to go back and watch it. And so I did.
Is that Giancarlo Esposito in there?
Yeah, I'm bugging out.
Wow.
There's a lot of people.
I've never seen it.
Oh my God.
I've never seen it.
It's so good.
Spot for me. 1989.
Yeah. There's a lot of people in it. Sam Jackson's in it, one of his early roles.
Turturro's in there, dude.
Yeah.
Come on. It's awesome.
Yeah. Rosie Perez's first movie.
Okay.
So,
but it's a good movie. So is it funny or is it just because it says comedy drama, is it more funny or is it more dramatic?
kind of right down the middle of the two. And it's all about race relations in New York.
Mm-hmm. And is that a young, who is that? Let me go through this. I know that's Turturro. There's Rosie Perez.
Yeah.
There's a redheaded kid in there, I think, next to, he almost looks like a super young, what's his name? Redhead actor, really tall, really into the Knicks. Oh, what's his name, dude?
I don't know.
I'll find it. You go ahead. You keep going.
All right. So then I went on to Expendables 4.
Okay. On purpose?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
They're just fun, dumb action movies, and so I hadn't seen that one yet. It was right in line with them. I mean, it was a waste of an hour and a half, but a fun waste of an hour and a half.
All right, Jay. The name I couldn't remember is Michael Rappaport.
No, not Michael Rappaport.
That's not Michael Rappaport?
No, it's not.
Okay, it looks like him though.
Yeah.
Very young version, but that's not him. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it was okay. So I think each one they get more watered down. So if they were to make a 5, I probably wouldn't watch it. Sly's hardly even in the movie.
You would watch it. Shut up. You'd watch it.
This one was more of a Jason Statham vehicle instead of Sly.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, and then I went and watched The Shape of Water because I never saw it. It was fine. Academy Award winner? No.
We've talked about this in the past, I think.
I know.
Garbage. For Best Picture, my ass,
yeah, no way that should have been a Best Picture.
That was 2017? Let me see how good I am. Hold on.
I think so.
Shape of Water.
16?
Bear with me. 2017. I'm so
17.
good, dude. Now, mind you, I do not want to take anything away from Doug Jones.
Yeah.
Great performance by Doug Jones, and Michael Shannon is always good in everything he's in.
Yes.
Wow. Best Picture. Who was... Okay, 2000... Okay. I guess that'd be 2017 Best Picture nominees. Unless, do I need to do 2016?
No.
Or is it 2018? Because it's always that next year. Okay, so here are 2018 Best Picture nominees. Shape of Water, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Phantom Thread, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Get Out, The Post, Call Me By Your Name, and Lady Bird.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I cannot give you opinions on Phantom Thread, The Post, or Call Me By Your Name. I did see every other movie on that list.
Yeah.
You're telling me The Shape of Water was the best movie that year when I saw The Darkest Hour, which had one of the best performances by Gary Oldman ever, and you had 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, which I think you agree with me is a great movie.
It's still a blind spot. I've checked it out.
I thought you watched it.
No, it sat here for 6 weeks and never got watched.
Why,
I was
why
looking
do you do that to me?
I don't
When
know.
I tell you something's really good, and I go, Jake, I'm gonna give you I'm giving you a guarantee you're gonna like that movie.
I know. It's
Weird.
sometimes I just have to be in the mood for something.
I got you. No, I'm just giving you a hard
Yeah.
time. Anyway, all right. So yeah, Shape of Water. Finally saw it. Come on, Best Picture, my ass.
No,
anyway,
definitely not Best Picture.
All right.
And then I rewatched Blade Runner because I got the sequel, which I never got around to watching.
Okay.
But
I still have not seen either. The blind spots on both. Yeah.
I've been a huge fan of Blade Runner since
Now,
probably 20 years at least.
Blind spots in the sense that I have watched some of Blade Runner.
Yeah.
I just turned it off.
Yeah.
I just did. I need to go back. I really do, because that's Rutger Hauer, right?
Yeah.
That's he's the main, I guess, drawing point on that, right? But
Harrison Ford, yeah.
No, I get it. No,
yeah,
I get it, Harrison Ford, but that's not his movie. I always consider that a Rutger Hauer movie.
Yeah.
Do you disagree?
Harrison Ford is the bigger character in it, but Rutger Hauer's is like the emotional character in it.
Got you. Okay. That's just how I kind of view it. That's all. So, all right. Okay. So let's see. Hold on. Expendables 4.
Yep.
Shape of Water. What was the other one?
Do the Right Thing.
Do the Right Thing.
And then Blade Runner.
I can't. And then what was the other one?
And then Blade Runner. And by that,
you didn't waste a lot of time. It's not like you had a lot of bad movies in that run.
Yeah.
It just depends on in what order you watch those. Are you telling me the order of which you watch those?
I am.
Way you're giving me. Okay. At least you went back and forth.
Yeah.
Good, bad, good. Like, I think that's nice. I think you did okay there. All right.
Yeah. So by that point, that was all one day. So.
Oh wow. You had a busy day. All right. I like it.
That was the Saturday that no one was here.
Nice. That's so awesome.
By the end of the day, I was like, I just want to read a little bit. I'm going to put something on the background. I watched The Suicide Squad again. It's just so fun.
I just like that movie. Yeah. Okay. I get you. Hey, it's got my boy David Desmalchin in it.
Yeah.
Go for it. That's what I'm talking about, dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
So then yesterday I watched Mark Bernardin's short film Splinter.
Yeah, I'm aware of it. I know you sent me the link. I just didn't watch it. So they just threw it out on YouTube just to put it out in the world?
Yeah. I mean, okay. I think it was on something, Vimeo or something first, and it's been free to watch. So I just never got around to it. And they're making an anthology movie. It's like an 8-part movie. He's directing a few of them. He's got other people coming in to direct stuff. That's kind of a continuation of it for one of the characters.
Okay.
So they're doing a Kickstarter for it, but I figured might as well watch the original to see. I don't know. Maybe I'll throw them $10 or something.
I'm sorry. The Kickstarter actually met its goal.
For the short, it did. They're doing another one now for the full length with the anthology thing that they're doing.
Okay. You think it will meet its goal?
It probably will. I mean, he's got the Kevin Smith support, so that'll get people to
I got you.
throw some money his way.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a good short. Had me curious the whole time through it. So
okay, all right, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I just haven't had chance to.
It's 15 minutes. It's a quick watch.
Okay.
So then, everything after that is books and comics.
Okay. Let me go over these here. Let's see. Which way do I go? I know I said just movies, but let me at least give one thing to you to say. If you have not gone back to watch Invincible Season 2 yet, the whole thing, because I know it came out in parts there.
Yeah.
Jay, it's the best animated show on TV.
I know.
To go along with me saying that about, what was the one we just brought?
X-Men 97. Yeah.
They're both the best.
Yeah.
That's how I will say that. It's so damn good. You got to get around to it.
Yeah.
Carve out your time, man. Carve it out.
It was something Will and I were working on together, so we'll probably knock it out soon.
Ditch them. Just do it yourself.
Yeah.
Ditch the kid. Watch it.
I should.
All right. That said, okay. Let's see. I watched a really awful movie. Actually, I watched kind of 2 awful movies, and then kind of on purpose, and I feel bad about it.
Yeah.
But Jen and I were kind of flipping through, and it has we watched back in the day. Jen and I watched the show called Numbers. Do you remember a show called Numbers?
Yeah, I do.
And it has David Krumholtz in it, and Jen and I are unabashedly David Krumholtz fans. I love David Krumholtz. I think he's great in everything. One of my favorite things he was ever in was in Superbad, when Michael Cera is in the room and the whole group kind of comes in to do cocaine together.
Yeah.
And Krumholtz just wants to fight somebody.
Yeah.
And he makes him sing. Oh, Krumholtz, he's on fire, dude. He just cracks me up.
Yeah.
And so he's in this movie that's on Hulu called Lousy Carter. It's a dark comedy. And so it's a dark comedy, that's why I'd mention it to you. Maybe you'd like it a little bit more than I did. But Martin Starr's in it.
Okay.
Jay, I love Martin Starr so much.
Yeah.
He is so good in this. And barely, he's probably in a handful of scenes. 5 scenes at the most, maybe. Yeah. But it's so Martin Starr of him. It's like Martin Starr at his apex. So it's a bad movie. I'm telling you right now, it's not good. But you might like it a lot more than I did. So maybe you'll say it's an okay movie.
Okay.
But I will recommend that you at least watch it for Martin Starr.
Okay.
Just because he was so good in it. Let's see. The other bad movie I watched was called Two Maggies, I think is what it was called. That's how bad it was. I'm going to try to look it up again. John Hamm's in it. John Hamm and Tina Fey.
Okay.
So I think weren't they in 30 Rock together or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's called Maggie Moore's. It's the name Maggie Moore's, and John Slattery was the director. So the guy that played his partner in Mad Men directed. So I think he was kind of doing his buddy a favor there. Is kind of how I look at it.
Okay.
And it's not good, Jay. It's not a good movie. I think I watched it because it had Ham in it, it had Faye in it. It seemed interesting. It was it was listed as a thriller mystery kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't good. It was not good at all. So avoid that one, but just, whatever.
Okay.
Now, the ones that I did enjoy, I didn't finish Godzilla Kong New Empire, but you told me about it. You said you liked that one, I think, right?
Yeah, I thought it had a better story than the previous couple movies.
Gotcha. I still want to go back and finish it. It's kind of weird, though, I don't know where they're going with it. And plus with what is his name? He's playing like a veterinarian character of some kind. What's that guy's name, Jay? He's on everything now. Was it Godzilla X Kong? Godzilla, the New Empire.
The Brian Tyree Henry?
No, I like him.
No,
I like him. It's not like I dislike Dan Stevens. I don't dislike Dan Stevens. He's just in a lot of movies. But I don't understand what he's doing in this, and I do not like Rebecca Hall as a lead actress. She's not a lead actress to me. So I don't think I like the casting in this, except for Brian Tyree Henry. I think he's pretty funny in it.
Yeah.
So far. I'm interested in finishing it. We'll see how it goes. It's just a kaiju movie, right?
Yeah.
So it's whatever. It's just now that if I have to compare every kaiju movie to Godzilla -1, it's going to fail in comparison.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, I don't know. We'll see. Untold Sign Stealer. Did you watch that one yet?
No, I've not watched this one.
It's good. It's good. I liked it. The guy that was doing it, doing the sign stealing, Connor Stallions. What a name. Fake name, in my opinion. But no, it's his real name, Connor Stallions. It was interesting. It's so funny now. I don't know if you're watching a lot of college football right now, but you know how they're doing the calls instead of doing signals now because of this whole thing.
Yeah.
The sign stealing led to the fact that they are matching with what the NFL did, where you get to call in the plays into the mic or the headset.
Yeah.
In the quarterback's helmet. But because the coaches are calling in the plays, there is now a grad student or grad assistant's job now is to take a cloth and hold it out wide with his arms out wide to block anyone from being able to see, so they can't lip read.
Yeah.
They're trying to prevent lip reading on this, dude. I don't know if you're noticing this or not yet. It's happening, though. I was like, whatever happened to the play caller just kind of holding the thing over his face? Like, you see, like, Andy Reid doing it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
No. They are blocking with their cloth thing all the time now.
Oh, my God.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. And that's if the offensive coordinator is on the field. Mind you, our OC is up in the box, so I don't think they're really doing that. I don't think they have that big of a problem with it. But if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah.
And that's what say what you want, the Patriots were cheaters. They got caught.
Yeah.
And they just let them get away with it. They're absolutely cheaters. But I go, that's how you win championships, by cheating. That's how Michigan won their championship. And the whole movie, I felt bad for the players because they're like, well, we're good without cheating. And
Yeah.
they were. The team was actually really good, and I don't know if they needed to cheat. It didn't matter after that point. I'm sorry, it's a tainted championship at that point.
Yeah.
But it's worth watching. Untolds are good documentaries. It's like a 30th for 30. It's Netflix, just 30 for 30 is what it is. So.
Because I did see the Steve McNair one, and that was really good.
Oh, I need to watch that one because it was like the murder of Aaron McNair or something like that.
Yep.
Was he actually murdered? I don't remember his story.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
By his girlfriend, who was like 23 or something.
I'll watch it. Don't give me any details.
Yeah.
I'll watch it fresh. So,
yeah.
Yeah. And then lastly, I don't know if it was good. It bothered me more than anything. And you watched it. And I watched it because you did. And I wanted to be able to talk to you about it. Was the documentary Brats, about the Brat Pack.
Yeah.
And maybe I gave it more thought than you did, because it seemed like a blow-off movie to you. Where it was like, I watched it, but it was whatever.
Yeah.
The nostalgia of it I liked a lot.
Yes.
Because it's about John Hughes. It's about those movies.
Mm-hmm.
The appeal of those movies are going to be forever for us.
Yeah.
Because it spoke to a time that is just lost. That period is gone. Where I just don't think we're going to see movies that come out like that anymore that appeal to, this is what a kid feels like when they're growing up, the teenage years.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
Name me one in 2010. Name me one in the 2020s that came out. It's about the youth experiment. The youth experience. But watching this movie, now mind you, it's done. What was his? It was Andrew
McCartney.
Andrew McCarthy, right?
Yeah.
And it bothered me because it was about a guy that was upset.
Yeah.
That's the documentary. It's a guy that's upset because someone called him a brat.
Yeah.
I was like, there's worse things in this world to be called, sir, and you had a great life because of being in the Brat Pack.
And they based it off the Rat Pack. It's like
Correct.
The next
It was just a
generation.
play on words.
Yeah.
It was just a next generation play on words.
Yeah.
And to confront the writer of the article, and it was a scathing article, and he was so mean, and it impacted their lives and their careers. I was like, I think, McCarthy, the reason why your career didn't really go anywhere after the 80s is because you didn't evolve from teen actor.
Yeah.
Your looks, he's a handsome guy, but that was the main thing about McCarthy, was his genuine, good, young kid look.
Yeah.
Is how I think about it. Now, mind you, to his peers that were in the Rat Pack, Emilio Estevez had to pivot from, teen actor to, he tried the serious thing, a little bit, but then he found a niche in the kid market.
Yeah.
With his work on the Ducks, right?
Yep.
And he even revitalized that with the TV show, which I don't think you ever watched the show, but me and my family were a huge fan of the show. The show was fantastic, in my opinion.
I started watching it with the kids, but I didn't stick with it.
Yeah, no, we really enjoyed it. Now, and then you had what's his guy? Judd Nelson. He just went off into outer space.
Yeah.
That guy I don't know if the drugs hit him that hard or whatever. But what was the other guy that was also in Austin Powers? Super good looking. Rob Lowe, just the DNA winner of the century. That guy is he's so damn handsome and still has that youthful look to him.
Yeah. And he
keeps
reinventing himself.
Absolutely. So I was just like, you made a documentary to bitch and whine about being successful. And that really bothered me. And I don't know if you can blame an article or being kind of grouped in with your peers. I was like, there were a lot of 80s kid stars. A lot of them.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, not everyone kind of comes out on the other end.
Yeah.
Matthew Broderick did, because Matthew Broderick had other skills, besides killing people, but he could sing on Broadway. He was a Broadway actor.
But then he could have very easily turned into one of the Coreys.
Absolutely. So the fact that the Brat Pack was a thing, I was like, they didn't mention the Coreys at all.
They weren't
a whole different.
They weren't part of it. Yeah.
No, they weren't part of it. No, but then that was the whole thing. They were trying to determine who was in it, and I go, well, why is Michael C. Hall not, or not Michael?
Anthony Michael Hall.
Anthony Michael Hall. Thank you.
Yeah.
Michael is the other one is Dexter.
Well, yeah.
But I was like, why is he not included in that? He has to absolutely be included in that.
He was in all the he was in all the movies, but he was a nerd, so he wasn't.
Well, what about John Cusack?
Yeah.
What about his sister?
Yeah.
Joan Cusack. Why are they? If you're gonna, I don't know, and I go, well, what are you complaining about here?
Yeah.
What are you? What's the point of this documentary? Are you trying to say that the media has an impact on an actor's career? I was like, of course they do. You're in their space.
They always have, always will.
I don't know. Just something about it. It bothered me so much that he just spent a whole documentary trying to blame an article about his career not taking off after the fact.
Yeah.
That he couldn't evolve and move along with the career.
Yeah.
I think that's what bothered me the most about it. I guess the whole point was, it was also just basically a therapy session. And it was fun to see the other people talking about it, but all the other people he interviewed that would do it from the actual Brat Pack. Now, Ali Sheedy, I don't know what she did after the fact. She's been here and there in certain things.
Yeah.
I think she's fine, though. But, I mean, Rob Lowe's super successful. Demi Moore, talk about success after the Brat Pack. I mean, hell, she had a super successful career.
Yeah.
Emilio Estevez was fine. The only other person that might have had something more to say would have been John Nelson, but he wanted nothing to do with that guy.
Yeah.
He wanted nothing to do with the documentary, even though it's kind of hilarious how it ended, where I think he faked that Judd Nelson was calling him back or something like that. I was like, that's pretty lame. But
yeah.
I think the best part about the documentary was just kind of reliving and revisiting, actors from our youth. And I go, yeah, you guys were, James Spader. Why is James Spader not in the Brat Pack?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. But I think I just took way too much thought into that. I think I put too much thought into it because it bothered me. I think it bothered me more than anything, so I had to bitch about it for a minute.
Yeah, I get that.
And then the only other thing I go is, man, I guess Demi Moore went a little crazy, but she looks great for her age, and I don't remember her from, like, St. Elmo's Fire, but I now understand why she became so big. She was gorgeous.
Yeah.
She was absolutely gorgeous. I do not remember her from those older, from the 80s movies at all. I mainly remember her more from the 90s movies, and I just go, now I understand why she had such a huge career.
Yeah.
I remember why she had a huge career. That's why. She's not a great actress by any means, but she's gorgeous. That's why.
Yeah. I don't know. She had a few good roles mixed in there, but not like the storied career that other people have had.
Jay, let us debate here for a moment, shall we?
Yeah.
We're doing this because you open the can of worms here. Are you ready for this? All right, let's.
I mean, let's just skip striptease because
indecent proposal. Okay, indecent proposal. Really, we're gonna go there. Ghost. She was pretty decent in Ghost.
Yeah.
Striptease. Come on, G.I. Jane.
G.I. Jane was. I enjoyed G.I. Jane.
I'll give you a few good men. She was decent in that. But Charlie's Angels, Disclosure, St. Elmo's Fire. That's 80s classic, but. Otherwise, are we going to still say that she was a phenomenal actress? Was she an Academy Award-winning actress?
No.
She was in Austin Powers Goldmember? I don't remember her being in Austin Powers Goldmember.
I think it was like a cameo role.
That's all it was? Okay.
I think so. I'm trying to somehow miss that when I was looking through.
I think we had to agree that Striptease did not do her career any good.
No. She was in The Joneses with David Duchovny, which was a decent movie. Under the Radar.
I don't know that movie at all. I've seen it here now, but yeah. Oh, that's from 2009.
Yeah.
That's from 2009, man. Come on now. Oh, boy.
She was in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Was she in that?
I think it was a small role, just as movie actress.
I don't remember her in the film at all, man.
I didn't either until I saw that. Okay.
I'm just saying we're looking at her filmography and there's not a lot standing out here. Few Good Men, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. Love her in that. Don't even remember her in The Juror. I remember The Juror was a big book because wasn't that a Michael Crichton book?
No, John Grisham.
John Grisham book, sorry.
Yeah.
Disclosure. I think Disclosure. Who wrote Disclosure?
That was Michael Crichton.
That was Michael Crichton? Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Some hits.
Yeah.
More misses than hits, I think. I will say a lot more misses than hits, though.
Yeah.
Although this crappy 1982 movie looks phenomenal. Parasite. Are you seeing this one?
No.
Oh, Jay, I might make you watch that one. It looks so bad, dude. That'd be definitely for crappy 80s movies night. Heck yeah. I just don't remember her. Was she the lead in Mr. Brooks? I don't remember her being one of the lead actresses in Mr. Brooks.
I don't remember.
Have you ever seen Mr. Brooks?
I don't think so.
You should watch it. It's
Okay.
super good.
Hey,
Yeah, I like it a lot.
she was in Tales from the Crypt, and she was in We're No Angels.
I don't remember We're No Angels.
It's Sean Penn. They dress as priests to get out of a bank robbery.
Okay.
Late 80s. It was, 1989. It
Okay.
was Robert De Niro and Sean Penn.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Margin Call. Don't know if you've ever seen Margin Call.
No.
I'd recommend that. That's really good, actually. I like that one a lot. She's in it. She's partially in it, just barely, but
Yeah.
So, all right, that was it. That's all I watched. Read a lot of stuff too, but yeah, I gotta get moving here.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a good week for movies, man. I need some good recommendations.
Yeah.
You didn't give me any at all.
No, I didn't. Do the right
You gave me
thing.
Zero.
Do the right thing.
Zero good recommendations. Do the right. Okay. I got it. Well, what's that? Is that streaming on something?
It's on Peacock.
It's on Peacock. Okay. At least I can get access to it.
Yeah.
All right, man. That's all I got for you this week, then.
Okay.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
See you.
See you. Thanks for listening. Follow us on social media at Nyrdcast. It's NYRDCAST, and at our website, nerdcast.com. Be sure to rate and review the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. This week's featured song is 6-3 from Walt Hamburger.